not both 0. Meaning, maybe my B1 is 0, my B2 is 3. Maybe my B1 is 5, my B2 is 0. So we don't know which one. Or maybe both also not 0. Maybe my B1 is 2, my B2 is 4. So both not 0. Okay? Please do not write B1 equals to. I already mentioned for ANOVA, but as I told you, still got students do that. I will show you in a short while. So B1 not equals to B2, not equals to B3, not equals to B4, not equals to 0. Cannot write it this way. Cannot. This is wrong. Because it's not necessary that all of them 0. Maybe only one of them 0, the other two got value. Maybe two of them is not 0, one of them 0. We don't know which one 0. So you cannot write it this way. I keep mentioning during the ANOVA chapter, I show you. There are still a few groups that doing it that way. So during the exam, please don't do that. Not this group. For sure got students do it this way, and at least about 20% of the students do it that way. I don't know why. I already mentioned to you earlier, right? I said don't put it this way. But you see, not just this group, a few groups. I just show you one example. So please don't do that during the final exam. That is considered as wrong. Okay. Okay. So step number 1, beta. Step number 2, same with the previous chapter, alpha, your n, and also your df1, df2. Can you add the n? The n is missing there. N equals to 15. Can you add in your step number 2? The n usually got marked. So each step usually will be given about 2 marks. Okay, average about 2 marks. So n equals to 15. df1, you got it from here. df1 is your k. df2, you got it from here. df2 is your n minus k minus 1. Okay. Step number 3, what test to use? So now we want to decide the relationship between the y and the x. Or you can say you want to see the whole model is significant or not. So you use the f test for overall significance. This is different from previous chapter. Previous chapter, because you compare 3 samples, you use f-test, or because you compare 4 samples, you use f-test. Here is because you want to check the relationship between your y and x, or you want to see the whole model is significant or not. So that's why you use your f-test. Okay. Step number 4, critical value. I'm not sure why for the previous chapter there are a few groups you give me the wrong critical value. I think I know the reason. Because I saw a few groups you put the Excel output for me. In the exam you must use your appendix. The value from the appendix and the value from your Excel, they are slightly different. Examiner answer is follow the appendix. So please use the appendix. So in this case, df1 is 2, df2 is 12. So let's see our f distribution table. So 2 is here, 12 is here, we got 3.89. Okay? Don't read the opposite. You see, if I read here 12, I read here 2, I got 19.4. The answer is very, very different. Always remember, read. You imagine when you're doing the reading, you read from the top until the bottom, right? So the top one you will see first is this line. You will see the first column, first row is this line. So you read from that. Then only you proceed to read the next one. You remember it that way so that you don't confuse. Okay? So you got 3.89. Draw the F distribution. F distribution is a positively skewed distribution. So that's why it is not symmetric, and the critical value 3.89 is here. You shaded the region on the right side. Remember, F test is always one tail test. you don't have shaded left, shaded right. Even though you see equal and not both equal there, but you don't have the shaded on the left side. Only consider about the right side. Okay? Now, the next step will be test statistic. Test statistic, you already calculated just now in your ANOVA table. You just get the value and put it there. No need to show the calculation second time. Because when you complete the table just now, you already do one time calculation, right? So you just copy paste. If it's not, then the value will be given. You just read it from there, you copy paste. This is the tables that you read your F value. So in the SPSS output, this part, the second table for you to read the F value. Okay, let me recap for these three output, which one you should focus. First table, you should focus to read the R squared. Second table, you should focus to get the F statistic value. Highlight, to highlight somewhere that R squared, F value. Third table, you should focus to read the beta 0, beta 1, beta 2. Highlight this box. Okay, so these three tables, for sure you will need to use them during your exam. We will not just simply give you the table without need to refer it. When we give you, meaning you need to refer some value. Okay. Okay. So from there you get 6.539. So 6.539, it is bigger than 3.89. So I put it somewhere here. So should I reject or do not reject? Reject, because it's fall inside the rejection region. So please add one more line. It's better to put it if you are not sure. 15 marks is quite many marks, so usually you need to give the reason why you reject the null hypothesis. So you put it there, FSEAT equal to, because your examiner answer usually will have this step, 6.539, which is bigger than your F critical value 0.05, comma, df1 is 2, comma, df2 is 12, equals to 3.89. So that's why you just need to draw an arrow. This is acceptable. That's why we reject the null hypothesis. Okay? Then your conclusion. When you reject this null hypothesis, that's when you are referring to your alternative hypothesis. So you say there is enough evidence that at least one of the independent variable affect the y. You can use the symbol y. There is enough evidence that at least one x, sorry, not x, at least one x affect y. Okay, you can put the symbol x up. You no need to write this word. You can put x is acceptable. Okay? Alright, so these 6 steps normally give you 10 marks in the final exam.